day. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Justin Hopkins sets it. It's week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And down he'll go at the 25. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 70 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Yards on the play.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Allen off the play fake. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second and 11 now. Allen looking sideline, incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Makes the score Dolphins 14. Bills.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Second and 10 now from the 27. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll take this into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Not much there, only a yard.
The 26-yard.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 18 carries, 64 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot-handed.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
From the gun, it's Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bounce.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs? This defense really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, he'll go as a 19-yard return. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
the 38-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
At the 3-yard line.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the...
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. K.J. Hamler on his way to a monster game. Touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this 1st half. McCann's got it teed up. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
McCann.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this 1st half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you have your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A nice little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Mike.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
Pickup of 3. Brings up
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins are for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run with Geis. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tommy Townsend now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. This is taken at the 23 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now a short one to Gesicki. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know,
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
What's the deal, y'all?
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. A.J. Epinesa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, here's Breida.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. K.J. Hamler, 53 yards. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Tucker McCann for the expert.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Dawson Knox. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
Operating from the gun, Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time. A drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it for... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
brings up 2nd and 2. As the Dolphins
out of the gun, Geis. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Bills 6.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back now in Miami, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Milano came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now here's a throw that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. K.J. Hamler there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
He'll throw from the gun.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is Breida. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Tucker McCann sets it.
McCann's got it teed up. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw again, Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. He finds some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Allen going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. From the gun, Allen. Able to find his running back, Geis. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
So someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
15 yards on the play, first down.
The 32-yard line.
They run with Breda. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Down at the 26.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
But a good play's made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
15 yards on the play, first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Bills first down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Today,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2.
without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around, it's like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around, it's like the hell in the clock. Come like a bat in the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like I'm airing a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You was scary. Leader, but that ain't a parent of me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up and I'm airing the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Tesla driver soft, so I don't even drive the wheel. That's a lot my dreams. Still, I mean, I'm walking with some money, man. I mean, a couple mil. Ew, think you need a mail. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we just ran the spot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around, it's like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around, it's like the hands of the clock. Till like the hands of the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna fuck, so they boo each other. Think that they're winning, choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a ball of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down goofy. I put the pain in the past. If you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money.
We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them. What I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was top, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that strap, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, many teams, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me. Now